Kevin here. Again, I'm squinting because of the sunlight. And where am I today? Well, Newlands Corner, Silent Port and St Martha's Hill. That's where we are going today. And as I say we, the usual motley crew, Steve and Cynthia, we just got ready to set off, and I'm going straight into the sunlight. Apologies about that. So we've got to go down this track to our left hand side to our first point of call, which is where? Silent Pool. Silent Pool.
Corner, I'm not sure yet.
Well, yeah. It could be one of them. Yeah. Corner, so we're going to press on and enjoy the sunshine while it's lasting. So, okay, guys, let's set off. I'll follow you. Who's got the directions today? Oh, yeah, well done, Cynthia. And already we got beautiful scenery, and I will turn the camera towards where the sun is. But we've seen a right mixture of all sorts of things today. When I say things, I mean walkers, cyclists, horses. So we're going past all these trees, which are, the leaves are all changing colour now, which is a good sign that autumn is really with us. We are now setting off along the North Downs Way, which is along this path here, and it's in the amount of people we've seen out already on their walk, mostly dog walkers. But now we've come out from the slightly wooded area into this open area. We're going to be walking straight through the middle of this field, but the scenery is just stunning. Let me just pan round and show you what I mean. It's quite incredible. First time I've walked along this route, but one thing that is nice to see, and that is they've got bench seats positioned for people to enjoy the walks, which you don't often get, which is such a shame. So anyway, here we go, onwards, and not upwards, but just onwards. We have stopped at Newlands Corner, which is quite famous in its own way, but I've got some information which I will read to you because I can't remember it. Newlands Corner is famous. In the early hours of the 4th of December 1926, a Surrey police constable responded to a report of a possible car crash at Newlands Corner. He discovered a Morris Cowley embedded in a bush just above the chalk pit on the south flank famous beauty spot. The engine was off, but the headlights were on, and there was a coat and a case on the back seat. No sign of the driver. They belonged to Agatha Christie. Now Agatha Christie abandoned that car here, and she was then found, and I turned to my partners in crime, and she was found in Harrogate. Several days later. Agatha Christie had some sort of a breakdown, but very sad really. But as Cynthia said just now, we were looking for a blue plaque, but there isn't one in any bush. So we've now got to head in that direction to the cafe, and we've got to take a footpath to the right. Well, we've all donned our jackets, and there was a huge black cloud came through just a minute ago, which missed us. And me being a country boy knew exactly that it would, but no one would believe me. Anyway, we're going to press on towards the other cafe. Well, we're still walking along this path where we crossed over the road just now, but we saw a group of what we thought were volunteers clearing some ground on the side of the hill. But there's a statue there, and it's an octahedron, and it's made of partly copper and steel. I think there's a photographer there, and he said it's been specially created so it turns a rust colour. But interestingly, it was I don't know, a moon shape or crescent shape, and it was full of logs, bits of tree that they'd cut from the hillside. Is that right?
Yeah, but we will put in a picture.
Yeah.
And mirrors.
Yeah, and there's mirrors inside it as well, reflecting the light through the logs. So that was very interesting. It would have been nice to have done a video there, but as I said, there was a photographer there, all set up, and we did disturb him for a little while, but it would have been nice to have done a little film there with the volunteers as well. But hey ho, never mind. We're still heading towards the silent pool. We've just come along this path behind me. As you can see, there's been a lot of clearance going on. We've come through oak trees and beech trees and the usual sort of, you know, holly and fern, lots and lots of yew trees. Cynthia and Steve are ahead of me, and they've just gone off to the right, as you can see, but there's a four-way finger post there, but this one that says Silent Pool, which is where we're heading. As you can see up through here, lots and lots of fir trees, more beech trees. So this would be the first real point of interest when we get down to the silent pool. But the wind's got up a lot since we've started our walk, and we've had some showers come through. Nothing too bad. Earlier on there was a huge black cloud on the distant hills, and you could see the rain as the clouds tracked along. You can see the rain moving with it. So we haven't had that, luckily, but we're just about starting heading downhill now. Got hazel just to my left there, and some silver birch, and there's some yew trees as we walk down here. Got yew trees just here. I'm just going to go up through here to see if I can get a shot. Oh, I'm under the trees, just to show you what the views are like down through that way. Let me just see if I can get down into the hedge here. Just lift the camera up and just show you where we are. But now, as you can see, I've got to reverse back through all this lot. Lots of old bits of dead yew underneath here where the branches have come off. So now I'm going to press on down this hillside. We've come down that incredibly steep, very, very slippery slope where you've got wet leaves and chalk underfoot. And as we were walking down, Steve spotted up here in the trees, underneath all these beech trees, you've got some brickwork here which has got a flat top to it, and clearly just in front of me a fixing position for something there. But as I try and get that back down here, just up in here there's a pillbox just set underneath all these trees, and you can see the openings in the walls, and it goes all the way round. Unfortunately we can't, I don't think, get onto the top of it. Let me just have a wander around here. I might be able to get through up under these trees. What a fantastic find this is. And yet there's a doorway and entranceway there. I'm not going to venture into it, but this is the top of it here. So you've got openings all the way round underneath the thing here. I'm going to see if I can actually get on top of the pillbox. I'll take my rucksack off and see if I can climb up on top. Here we go. The old limbs are working. So I'm on top of the pillbox now. So the views away to my left is right across the countryside through that way. And the views, obviously when this was here 80 years ago or so, down through these trees, the trees wouldn't have been here. But what a fantastic position to have a pillbox, and a great spot by Steve to see this through the trees. That was brilliant.